Welcome back to episode 14 of the Gilded City. Very excited to have you back with us again. As always, please do all those great things to help boost us in the algorithm, the almighty YouTube algorithm that everybody talks about. Give us likes, comments, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And of course, if you're listening to the podcast version, follow the podcast, download it, share it with people. Any support means the world to us. We've really, really enjoyed making this campaign, and we would love to continue doing it. So let us know what you think. But with all of that, we're going to go ahead and get started with episode 14. Last time, while getting the last of their preparation before the heist of Bloodkith corporate offices, the party got a little sidetracked, rescuing Nix's brother-in-law from the brutish criminal Arnold Hathaway. After a difficult fight with Hathaway, his pet manticore, and his thugs, the party prevailed and rescued Nix's brother-in-law. Now the party resumes their preparation for the heist, which will be on the 29th of Deep Winter. So following the following day after the fight with Hathaway is the 26th. What else do people feel like they need or want to do before you all meet up pre-heist to get everything together? Whoever wants to go first, can go first. Artemis.
I'll go. Artie's simple. Artie is going to return to his room and continue his binge partying. However, each time he's going to be going to each establishment and promoting his wine as he parties.
Sure. Great.
And everyone is welcome to join him.
Yeah. At various points, each of you gets like an invitation in Artemis's handwriting, inviting you out to come drink with him and party with him. I don't know if anybody takes him up on that offer, but
drink, party, fight if that's the vibe. Anything to make people feel good and forget that they had a bad day.
So, Janara will go. Oh yeah. So yeah. Artemis, you're out drinking one night. Janara joins you as you're carousing. Enjoys having a few drinks with you. I don't know if either of you wanted to role play out that any conversation there, or if you just want to say, "Hey, showed up, party. It was a good time."
Hey,
that's at your
good party.
Good party.
Good party.
Great.
Excellent role play.
Excellent.
Take notes, everyone.
Great. Is there anybody who's trying to do anything else before the 29th? Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did an insight check on Penny and realized that Penny needed some funds. I'm going to have a courier anonymously deliver 400 talents to her.
Yeah, Penny, you get a delivery at home one day. A very thick envelope. There's nothing written on the envelope, just a very thick envelope. Courier hands it to you. Here you are, ma'am. Have a good one.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm the courier who just delivered you that envelope.
What? This thick envelope? You just delivered me this thick envelope.
Yeah, I'm doing my job.
Who do you work for? You work for like the government?
Post office.
The post office. You work for the post office. Okay. So you were sent by the post office?
Yes.
The post office
doesn't know
sent
how
me this.
courier services work. I love this.
The post office sent me this thick envelope. I think there's a mistake. Is there a return address on this?
We were not given one. Somebody came in, paid for the courier services provided by the post office and asked us to deliver this letter. I don't know the details. My boss was just like, hey, this is in the area that you usually deliver letters to. Deliver this to that address.
Okay, that's great. I don't think this is for me, so you can bring that back.
Unfortunately, it is for you. Have a good day, ma'am.
Unfortunately for me, this is for you.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately for me, it is for you. So,
I feel like Penny's going to think that it was someone from the group. Can I like insight check whether, I don't know, can I check? I feel like I would have an inkling that after this happened, I would think it would be one of the 5 people who were.
So you open it up, you find 400 talents of bills in this envelope, which is why it's so thick. Go ahead and make me, you could go one of 2 ways. If you want to do an insight check, you could do an insight check on just like thinking about your interactions with the other people in the party and try to figure out that way who's the most likely person to have done it. Or you could do an investigation check to examine the handwriting that has your address and see if you can figure out who wrote your address on the envelope.
I'll do investigation.
Okay, make an investigation check.
10.
10. Unfortunately, you're not entirely sure whose handwriting it is. You haven't seen you haven't really taken the time to examine everybody's handwriting. I mean, you've seen your, acquaintances' handwriting before, but you've never, sat down and really studied it.
Okay, I'm going to take the $400. And then I'm going to keep the envelope on my person as a special tool for later.
Okay, great. Okay. Cool. Yes, Bowman.
Bowman wants to go back to Snack and tell him what's going on.
Oh,
but
I have those.
Yes, you do have them, but Bowman doesn't know you have them.
Oh, excellent.
Bowman, you swing by Snack's shop, the Dusty Antique, one day after work. Hello there. You're the looks around, goes to the door, peeks outside, makes sure there's nobody nearby, closes the door, locks it, flips the sign around to closed. So, your Hathaway has been found dead.
Yes. I can't say that I dealt the killing blow, but I was definitely in the room, and more or less was one of the reasons why he died.
So you had some companions help you out too?
Yes, some acquaintances.
Well, I appreciate it. Certainly proven yourself to me. So, my side business is open and available to you and anybody who helped you take down Mr. Hathaway. If you're interested in sharing, I'll let you make that decision, I guess. But your friends, if you do send them down here, just tell them to say that they're big fans of freedom in the city of Waterdeep.
Okay. I do have a request. Just more of a query first, though. You tend to enchant items. Do you, by chance, have magical, wondrous items laying around?
I have a small collection of items that I have previously enchanted, and would be willing to sell to you as well. So I can enchant items or sell you items that I have. I can't promise you that it's a vast, great quantity of magical items, but I do have a few.
Okay. Well, that said, I'm gonna pull out the manticore tail that I have just in my pocket.
Yeah, you pulled a few of the spines from the manticore, as I recall, so you pull those out.
Yeah, the tip of the tail. I'm not too sure if this has any magical properties or anything, but I was curious if you could maybe enchant my brass knuckles, similar how you did to Hathaway's, with maybe a poison-like thing or something using this.
Well, so those are two different enchantments there. So,
Yes.
Did you not get Hathaway's knuckles when you?
No. I saw him wearing them, and then when he died, I couldn't find them on his body.
Okay. Well, the enchantment that I placed on Hathaway's knuckles just made them a little bit more, a little bit supernaturally hard. Essentially, it made the knuckles enforced with arcane magic, so that they hurt people worse when they got hit by them. So that was that enchantment. Now, if you're looking to enchant your brass knuckles to have some sort of poisonous effect, that would be a totally different enchantment. Possible. It would take me some time. Both things would take me some time. It's not something I can just take and then hand back to you in like an hour and say, here you go. It'll take me a little bit of time.
So you're saying an hour and a half?
We're looking at a few days for just the basic, the basic improvements in terms of like arcanely reinforcing it. You understand, I have to work on this around my normal job so as not to draw any additional suspicion. So it will be just a few days for the enchantment that boosts it. Or for the one that would make poisonous knuckles. I'm not entirely sure how long that was going to take, because I don't think I've ever done anything quite like that before. I would say check back in a 10-day if that's what you're going for. And I would need the knuckles during that period.
Of course. Well, kind of have a thing coming up pretty soon. Cat might need them. What do you got so far that's already enchanted?
Well, what sort of thing are you looking for? That helps me match you up a little better.
Maybe some finesse weapons, daggers, rapiers. I mean, personally, I'm more of like a heavy one myself, but I do have some smaller friends.
Let me see what I've got. And he goes behind the counter and disappears up a ladder into a room upstairs. I'm gonna roll to see if he has any of the things you're looking for. So. He's gone for a few minutes, comes back downstairs. You are in luck. I do have, and he holds out this pretty simple cane. He grabs onto the the handhold at the top of the cane, like a presentory cane, not like an actual walking cane. Well, it is, but not for supporting somebody who can't walk otherwise. Grabs like the top and pulls it out and reveals that the cane, most of the cane is a sheath for a rapier. He says, "So I do have an arcanely improved rapier here. Basic improvement enchantment. I will say, just as a warning, because I'm working with what I'm able to get my hands on, right? There are sometimes some unintended side effects to my enchantments.
You have to buy this. You have to buy this now.
Just so you know. But this, I don't know what the side effect is on this one per se, but it's a basic magical reinforcement. So that's that. And I do also have, you mentioned a dagger as well, and I do have a dagger, same reinforcement. So out of game, there is a +1 rapier and a +1 dagger, up for grabs. And yes, they would have magical, an additional magical property that if you buy it, I will roll for to see what the additional magical property is.
Ooh. We fancy.
Yes. So these are both +1 weapons. So that would be the dagger I could sell you for 115 talents. You understand this is an expensive trade, especially with what I have available. The rapier is going to be 150.
Well, that's a little bit more than what I have right now. At least, how about we go a little bit of a discount? Have I killed Hathaway for really no reason but the goodness out of my heart.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. Plus, I'll let you keep the Manticore trail if you want.
Sure. Go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Awesome. Even better. Persuasion. That would be a 23.
23. All right. Oh, I can give you a bit of a discount for that. I guess you are the one who killed Hathaway. Let's say, feeling generous, I could do 200 total for both.
You see, I don't have that poor. I have not a lot of money here. Could I come back later, and this would be honored?
Sure.
Great, awesome. Well, happy to be of service to you.
And if you want, you could do a down payment of 100 now. I'll give you one of it, and then you can pay 100 for the other later.
I can't stress this enough. I do not have that money.
Fair enough.
Poor.
Keeps giving it to all the guards.
Yeah.
Well, Snacks, I will see you maybe later today and maybe tomorrow.
All right. Look forward to it.
I'm gonna go to Artemis. Nah, actually, you know what? We're gonna call it there.
Okay.
You can't just
So
tease
close.
us like that.
Yeah, well, Artemis is throwing a party. I don't want
Bowman's
to
such a
Um,
tease.
Bowman. What did Bowman do with them? Just as a quick question, because
Bowman didn't take the money.
Okay.
Didn't take any money.
Okay.
Last I remember, Bowman gave it to Nyx to pickpocket possibly back to Penny.
Okay. Great.
Maybe you should have kept that money.
Oh gosh, I don't think you're in the scene, Penny.
Excellent. Great. Is there anything else anybody wanted to do before you all meet up and finalize your plan for the house? It look, Nyx and Octavia, it looks like you both have something.
Actually, I don't want to do my thing until after we meet. So never mind.
You're not doing anything till after you meet.
Correct.
Okay, Octavia?
Is there like a store where I can go, or like a library where I can go and like purchase spells for my spell book? Like,
Let's see. So you do have a valid magic license.
Yes.
So you possibly is what I will say. Go ahead and make a. I checked the elements. Make an investigation check for me.
not my best. And it's gonna be a 12.
12. So there's a couple places you know of that sell like spell components and like really good like spell book quality paper and ink and that sort of thing. And they sometimes have spell scrolls for sale, which you know you can copy into your spell book. And they sometimes have like used spell books for sale. But unfortunately, the places that you're used to going, they don't currently have any spell scrolls or spell books available. They seem to be out. It's never something that they have like a huge quantity of anyway. It's just whatever they happen to get it. So.
Okay. Could I get some paper and ink then?
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
in case I come across something.
Yeah, so it's basically 50 talents worth of spellbook research components per level of spell. So like 50 for one first level spell, 100 for 2 first level spells, or 1 second level spell, etc., etc. So.
Okay, I'll spend 200 talents to get some spell paper. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So you have that available if you do happen to find anything that you can copy from your spellbook.
Is that an item I can put in my inventory?
You'd probably on D&D Beyond, you'd probably just have to do like a custom entry somewhere.
I think you can find paper and ink in equipment.
Possibly, but yeah.
No, you can find
that's
paper.
fine. I can just have it. I'll just keep track.
That's the software we use. We're not sponsored.
No.
But we enjoy them.
We sure do.
True.
Very useful. Great.
Now with dark mode.
Now with Underdark mode, actually, it's what they're calling it.
I think also I would like to have a conversation with Penny if she ends up coming into work about what I found down in the dock ward.
Yeah.
Penny will be just going to work for the next couple days and.
Yeah. So yeah, you know the two of you usually meet up at work, continue doing like, you know, bits of research here and there together. So yeah, you meet up and you tell her about your trip to the dock ward.
Yes, everything down there is magic. There's some sort of magic on everything. And I don't know specifically what any of it is.
Huh. Okay. So just a lot of magic.
More than I've ever seen.
So the tip we found about reinforcing for some huge magical event is definitely probably less of a tip and more of a fact.
Yep.
That's definitely happening. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we also still have to go see that guy sometime. I mean, we probably should wait till after things calm down with I'll look around the office and be like, the thing that we're doing on the 29th.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah, that. Or we could probably wait until after that's all done. But we still need to go see what's his name? The old
Yeah.
man in the Undercliff ward. No. What is your name? Donald McCready.
Donald.
Yeah, we still need to go see him sometime too,
Yes, we do.
because we've been putting it off for a long time. We've been busy though. There's a lot. It's hard when you're in, whatever we're doing. I don't know what we're doing, but there's the other four of them, and yeah,
It's a lot, yeah.
it's a lot. I feel like I have like a responsibility now. Ugh.
It's like a second job. Like, I don't need that.
Let me tell you.
But
And the pay isn't even consistent. And it's like, your girl needs consistent pay up front weekly. You know what I mean? It just, whatever. I don't know.
yeah.
The struggle of the side hustle.
It is a struggle.
I think that'll be it for Octavia.
Great. Okay. Cool. Anything else before the meetup? Okay. Are y'all meeting? So when are y'all meeting up? Are you meeting up the evening of the 28th, planning and then doing the heist on the 29th? Or are you meeting up on the 29th and then doing the heist immediately?
We should meet up sooner. We have to still get Brian.
Yeah. I feel like we
should meet
should
up like the 26th or the 27th.
Yes.
What's the date right now?
26.
We start at the 26th.
I say that we should meet up like the 27th and then, figure out a plan.
Should I just say, like, I sent out invitations to everyone, including Brian, to meet at my place on the 27th in the evening, and I had Joyce go get snacks like usual.
Have Brian come later.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have Brian come like a couple hours after
Yeah.
we start the meeting.
Okay. Great. Yeah, you do that. You all gather up on the 27th, put together your final plan, gather up in the dining room / what is quickly becoming the war room. And sit around, drinks, snacks, the whole usual deal. Actually, as you're getting ready for that, earlier that day, Janara, you did receive a small package addressed to you from your parents.
What's in it?
So you open it up, there's a note and a small stone. So the note reads, Janara, we know that we haven't been very good about being there for you, especially the last few years. We just want you to know how proud of you we are. You are an amazing young woman. And we're just very grateful. And we want to try harder. So we have enclosed in this package a sending stone, of which we have the other end.
Yay, that's what I wanted. Okay.
Love, Mom and Dad.
Adding it to my inventory.
Picks it up. It's just late. It's just Leaf at the other end.
Okay, I'm
Hello,
just
Ginara.
gonna take it and I'll say like, I love you both.
Yeah, you send that message, and you very quickly get a response from your father that says, "We love you so much. Really glad that the stone made it to you safely. Feel free to contact us anytime."
Yay.
So, you have that. You all gathered together in the war room for your meeting.
So, what are we doing? What's our info?
Excellent question.
We should game plan. So, what do we need from Brian when Brian gets here? Do we have idea what we want his role to be?
He's
He's gotta
just
let us in.
yeah.
Yeah.
He just needs to let us in. Then he can do whatever the heck he needs to do.
Hear me out.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
he's also getting us the information for the troll.
Right.
Hear me out. Because he was talking about how a lot of this stuff is set up like day of when he's about to do that, someone turns invisible, goes in to work with Brian, follows him along. Once they're in, that person can get the information from Brian when he receives it, goes to let the rest of us in.
It should be somebody who can turn invisible and send a message.
We workshopped maybe a little bit more about. I wasn't really thinking about this plan hinging on one particular person when I was thinking about it, but now it's starting to seem like it's hinging on one particular person. We have any other ideas, though? Do we have any other ideas?
No, I think
No,
that's
I mean,
a great idea.
Penny, I think that's a
Seems to be
great
the
idea.
only solution, really.
I mean, being a reporter, you probably have thought about many times how this whole thing will go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I think that's the best
Savage.
option.
So that's Octavia, right?
Octavia can't turn
And
herself
he's
invisible.
going to turn to Octavia and be like, how long is it going to take you to learn how to become invisible? Could you do it like
I've never seen that spell. So
It's okay. We'll get
probably not gonna happen.
We'll probably
And Bowman, can you send messages?
no, I mean, I could yell.
Right.
Penny's
Yeah, but
gonna-
that's
Yeah, go
really
for it.
not gonna help with the invisibility thing.
Penny's gonna go over to Bowman and tap him on the shoulder, which she has never done. She's never talked to this boy. And she's gonna be like, how long does it take you? Could you learn how to send messages with your mind? How long do you think that would take you to learn?
I don't think I could. No.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Artemis, you can do
Oh.
both those things, right?
I believe I can, yes. Excellent suggestion, Penny.
I think,
But
I
just
think,
very quickly, I would like a bit of a review of what exactly you would like me to do.
yeah.
Fairly specific.
We're gonna write it down for you so you can read it a few times. Make sure we're all
Excellent.
on the same page.
We'll talk
Sounds
to
good.
Brian today about what Brian's schedule is, and we can see when you can touch base with Brian about when you can meet up with him and go in. Yes. Question.
What are we looking for?
We want the things in the vaults, right? We know that there are things inside those vaults that we want.
What are we looking for?
We're looking
We're
for
looking for, like,
information
blackmail?
that
Information?
we're looking for information that Freedom can use to give to her friend to overthrow Ovina Bloodkith. We don't know where that would be. We don't know
definitely-
what we're looking for.
We definitely want to go to sales records to cross-reference what we saw in the ledger. That's one thing I know we need.
I'm gonna write this shit
So
down.
we do need sales records, but I think if we could go to another record spot, there's another one up on the third floor?
Yes.
Yeah, and like financial records.
Yes.
Because we
I think
have
hitting
the
up both
ledger.
of those. Yeah.
So as Miss Presswell has very obviously chosen Artemis to do this main mission because she trusts him so well. What do we do if things I don't know go awry?
Don't. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they won't if Artemis I mean, we're in good hands with Artemis, right? We all said that. You all said that to me, so I'm sure we don't even have to make a plan B, right?
Excellent.
That's not exactly what we said. We just thought that's what you said. But what
I will be able to figure something out to handle myself and keep everyone safe should something go wrong.
Mhm.
Artemis,
Well, there's always the exit on the fire escape is
The-
locked on the inside, so we couldn't get in from there, right?
the ceiling is locked from the inside. So
Okay.
there's the ceiling hatch on the the roof hatch, and then the ones on the fire escape we're locked on the inside as well.
Excellent.
But
Yeah. We could
And
try.
Brian has, this is partially Matt remembering, Brian has the combination code that is changed daily that will be given to him, and that is to the safe or to the troll, do we know?
Troll.
Or is that something else?
Troll?
That's to the troll.
Yes. I think we want Brian to go into the security office so we can get the keys, because the keys are in the security office.
Yes.
Do
Okay.
I still have the keys that I stole?
Yes, you did hang on to the set of janitor's keys.
Yeah.
Mm. So we got that too.
Yes, those may not get you into all areas of the building.
Right.
You're not sure. You know that
Several.
you know there's a key on there to sales records, but
Right.
you're not sure
Sales
what
records.
else you might have a key to.
Okay, sales records. Nix has that key. We also need the vault. Okay, troll. I'm making a checklist of options.
Where's the
for me.
vault? The vault is the troll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Are we?
there's
Yeah.
the troll is in the large, like, old bank vault down in the first floor. But there is a secondary vault that Artemis saw in the finance wing.
Third floor.
Third floor.
Are
This is the
we
first time I'm writing
planning
anything down about this. Whoops.
on having Brian and Artemis going during the day? And are we actually doing the heist in the evening? Or are we doing it during the day?
We'll have to see what his schedule is.
Yeah.
Ben, do we know off the top of our head? I don't remember. Did we confirm that the code that Brian will get will work for 24 hours until it's reset? Or do we know yet? Like, so if we got it during the day, it would work for the evening.
Brian didn't say specifically, but he indicated it got reset daily, so that would lead you to believe that
Possibly.
whenever he got it, it would be good until the next day.
Okay.
But again, that's for the troll.
Troll Brian code.
I'm most nervous about the chief.
Yeah.
yeah.
An
He could
elven
really
woman?
be a wild card in this whole situation. Had we talked about possible distractions on the street?
Yes, I was going to ask that. So I could get a protest organized just against Bloodkith Textiles for the 29th, but I don't know if that's going to put everything on like heightened alert
Right.
or if it will cause enough of a distraction that nobody's going to be paying attention to the inside, because they're also just on heightened alert anyway because their special ledger is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, they might just lock down the whole building once that
Right.
starts happening instead of going
So
out.
here's a suggestion, and tell me if this isn't what we're gonna do. We want evening in case we need to release a troll. As something is bad, I don't. It'll probably come after us, right?
Yeah.
But in case we need something to help us get away, we release a troll.
I think the
Um,
troll is going to be released regardless.
Release will be. Oh, it'll be
Like,
there at night.
They will release the troll
That's right.
whether we're there or not.
Right.
But we do know that fire scares it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Does anyone have any weapons, any things that do fire, other than like spells that do fire? Do we
I
have fire?
We do have
think
2
I have
days.
I've got a tinder box and a lantern or a flashlight, technically. But
I have a rifle. Does that use fire, right? Is that how a gun works? I don't know how guns work.
I do believe that there is some kind of
Fire
fire involved.
I do.
It'll make a lot of noise and it'll alert everyone to our position.
Yep.
But
That's an
Or I
interesting
could just-
point. If
I
we
could-
use firearms, everyone will hear
Yep.
us.
Mm-hmm.
But firearms, that's a great idea.
But fire! Hey, there's our fire.
We'll just light our arms on fire.
Off the rails.
Clearly, how guns work.
Okay.
Fire's
Oh,
on the outside.
Bowman, do you want these? I'm gonna pull out Hathaway's knuckles.
Where
I
did
think you
get
could use
those?
them.
Oh my
I took
god.
them from him. I had him drop them, and then I slipped in, ran away with them, and then we came back to, finish the scuffle. You want them?
Honest, you've made me the most happiest half-orc run in
Aw.
Waterdeep. I will take those.
I'll give him a little wink. Toss them.
Right?
Do you catch him?
Can I? I'll make a.
Roll for dexterity.
That was a. That was like a 10.
You almost don't catch them because you're distracted crying your tears of joy, but you do manage to snag them.
All right, everyone should just be prepared. I throw things at people all the time. Catch
Yeah, you
them.
threw a drink on me.
We'll get better.
You now have a pair of +1 brass knuckles.
Ooh.
That let me double check so that I tell you the correct thing.
It was.
Well, earlier you
They-
said they make your hits
Warhammer.
supernaturally hard.
Yes, no, it is a +1, but it does have an extra effect because it was made by Snack. The extra effect is
Is this guy just awful, or is he just super good that he can add things?
there's just an element of randomness, not because he's good or bad. There's just an element of randomness because of the materials he has to work with.
Oh my god, I love Snack.
These are called the Brutish Knuckles. They are +1, and they have a magical property that allows you to amplify your voice to be heard anywhere within 300 feet.
Oh my god, I just gave those away.
Where would.
Gave away a microphone.
Where would I find said thing?
So, you could just do it would because it's basically just it's a +1 Warhammer essentially, but
Okay.
just make a note that it has that additional property somewhere. I may have put it already on D&D Beyond. I'm not 100% sure. I did not. Just make a note. +1. Just edit. And then customize the item and just say, can amplify your voice to be heard anywhere within 300 feet.
Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But Hathaway did use that effect a couple of times. If you'll recall, he made his voice go really loud in a couple of times at the beginning of the fight.
I have a very off-topic question, but Zuzu, how many pockets does Penny have in her outfit?
Yes.
I don't know.
Just pick a number.
roll,
like a
roll
vest
for pocket.
pocket and like 2 in her whatever she's wearing, so 3.
Okay.
2 on the sides, 1 in the front.
Is she wearing a jacket?
Probably, I don't know, like a
Did
vest.
she bring a coat? Because it's cold.
It is winter.
Oh, then yeah, probably.
And is she wearing it?
I probably took it off when I got inside.
Cool.
Put it like on a coat,
Uh-huh.
coat. I put it on a coat. I put it on a shirt.
Okay. Cool.
That being said, before Brian gets there, Penny's gonna stand up and kind of clear her throat. Okay, so there's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know that I am not good with sharing what I'm feeling or thinking unless it's bad, like mean, but I have found myself in kind of a tricky situation, and I'm telling myself, despite my best interests, that I'm reaching out to you 5, who I found myself placed with a bunch of times despite you guys making me feel anxious every second of the day. And the fact that my mental illness has really taken a turn after I met all of you, except for Octavia, of course. But I kind of want to ask your help with something because you are all skilled in your own ways. And then I'm going to pull out the letter and I'm going to say, some stalker sent my family money today, and I need you all to help me identify this handwriting so I can find them and destroy them for stalking my family. And I'm going to put the letter on the table.
Penny,
A drink.
why would you be so upset about receiving money?
Because I don't know who it's from. It could be drug money.
Is that a problem?
My father could be into the drug business.
Who was it? Who was the
Was it
letter addressed to?
Who was it addressed to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they're obviously trying to taunt me or something. I don't know who it is. I don't have
Oh
friends.
man, I would really love to be taunted with how much money
Money.
was it?
That was 400 talents.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
You can have it. I'll bring it to you.
I don't want
Um,
it, but
Artemis
seems like a
casts-
non-problem.
Penny, do
Artemis.
you need that money?
Mhm.
Me? I'm middle class. No, I'm fine.
Make an insight check
Saying that-
against Penny's deception.
Do I have to roll?
Yeah.
15. Not great.
What'd you get, Penny?
I got 2.
Penny needs money. Penny needs money.
Penny, if you need the money, maybe this is just from somebody trying to help.
But here's my thing. I don't like that they're not identifying themselves. This could be from a criminal. It could be from a psychopath. I don't know who sent this money. It could be laced with something. Maybe when I use it, it casts.
I'm gonna go
spell.
sniff it.
I don't have the money on me, but that's you can
Oh.
sniff the
The
letter,
letter.
of the
Yeah.
envelope it came in. What does it smell like?
Make a perception check.
Are you actually able to sniff that out?
If she rolls really high,
I rolled a 7.
it smells like parchment.
Well, it
Like
smells
parchment rich
normal.
people.
Can I look at the handwriting?
Sure, make an investigation check.
First of all, regardless of who sent it, it doesn't seem there's any volition behind it.
How am I supposed to know that? It was a random 400 talents that showed up in my house from some deranged man who showed up and refused to take it back from me.
What
Penny, that's how the
Call himself
magic
a
works.
courier
was
of the post
I got a
office.
17.
17. You've definitely seen this handwriting before, Nix.
Can I also look up and see if I see it anywhere else in this room?
Janara
that
writes her
would've been
name on
included
everything she
in the
owns.
investigation check. So you've definitely seen this handwriting before, based on no, you don't get. You're not rolling another one. That was just
I
part of
couldn't
the.
hear you. I couldn't.
You've seen this handwriting before. Based on the quality of the handwriting, it looks like it's probably from a wealthier individual who got like a pretty, substantial formal education, learned how to write their letters like all properly and stuff. But beyond that,
Can
it's
I
difficult for you to
stare
make
at
a
this
determination.
rich people and do an insight check? See if somebody feels uncomfortable.
Sure, go for it.
I don't know if I feel uncomfortable though.
I love that Nyx is ride or dying for me.
16.
16. Janara, just for the hell of it, deception. Not that you're actively trying to hide, but just, again, this is just to see what the baseline is for
I got 13.
13. So, Nix, you catch Janara's eye, who, she doesn't look
Yeah.
guilty, but she just sort of
I'm
gives you
gonna-
a very small look.
Look at the
Essentially.
paper. Look at Janara. Look at the paper. Penny, I think you should keep it.
Was there any blood on the cash?
I didn't even think about blood on the cash. I didn't
What?
even look at it. I just put it in my room.
You can do a chemical reaction and see if there's blood on there.
Artemis, you
Don't-
did say you were thinking about casting something. Are you still wanting to cast
was-
something or no?
It was a stupid bit. We can let go.
Okay.
We'll let it go.
I just wanted to make sure that we weren't skipping over.
No,
anything.
it was minor. It was minor illusion. I wanted a small pouch of money to appear on Bowman's shoulder, but it's. Yeah, get rid of it. It's gone.
Sure.
Can I also say that as I've like throughout this meeting, I have been just like every time I walk by, just like tucking money in like Penny's shoe in her pocket.
Okay, so this is going to be a
Yep.
sleight of hand check
Yep.
to
that
hide
I'm
money
wearing?
on Penny's person.
Okay, she got freaked out by money through a courier service. You're about to put money in her fucking shoe? The one she's wearing?
That is the gnomish thing I have ever heard.
I also rolled a 2.
Oh, did Penny notice?
So it's a total of 9.
What's your passive perception, Penny?
My passive perception is 11.
It's higher than a 9. So, yeah, Nix
Can
comes
I-
over to
can
you,
I-
hands you the envelope back. It's like, I think you should keep it. She's like, oops, dropped something. She bends over to the ground, and you feel her like try to shove something into your boot. And you look down, and she's like shoving like a wad of talents into your boot.
What are you doing?
What?
What the fuck are you doing?
This
What
was
are you
your
doing?
shoe.
Why are you
I
putting
hold up my shoe.
Money in your shoe?
What?
I found this in your shoe. Did you not?
You did not find that in my shoe.
I did. Yeah, it was just poking out.
Penny's gonna
Nick-
take off her shoes and
Nix,
like,
okay. Nix, make a deception check. Penny, make an insight check.
I'm fucking inciting that too.
Go for it.
What did you get?
I got a
Kelly?
6 total.
I got an 8.
Bro, you
She's
got
lying. There was no money in your shoe. She was shoving it into
Junara
your
just
shoe.
gave me luck.
I'm giving her luck.
Oh, re-roll then.
I'm giving her luck.
I also got an 8.
An 8. So that means that Penny is. I will say that means Penny is successful because you basically the deception check was you were setting the
Yep.
DC.
Yep.
So Penny met that. So Penny, she's lying to you.
Okay,
You caught her red-handed trying to shove money into your shoe.
Penny's going to throw the talents back at Nyx and be like, this is not a fucking joke. Stop trying to give me money. And then Penny's going to turn to the rest of the people and they'll be like, and if any of you know who is behind bringing me money, I will tell you to mind your own business and stay out of it. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Where is Brian?
Ooh, Artemis respects her a little more.
Oh.
Disrespects me?
No, respect.
Um,
And then it's silent while we wait for Brian.
yeah. Eventually, Joyce comes in, and with Brian, who looks a little nervous.
Oh, wait,
None
one
of us
second.
look like who
Oh.
we met.
Exactly.
Yes, I would like to
Oh.
not be. Yeah. Is there a way that we can do this plan without me being in the room, or does he need to know who I am?
Brian, I mean, that's up to you. Y'all can do it however you want. Brian, Janara did look like herself.
Yeah.
So
We
And-
could probably bring Artemis already invisible to wherever Brian is, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
he already knows
it's
what I
however y'all
look
want to
like,
do it.
So I feel like I can be the liaison. Like, I can like make the yes.
We could. I mean, I could cast disguise. Who was there? It was. Who wasn't at the table?
Me and
Uh,
Octavia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bowman and Octavia were elsewhere in the bar listening in. The rest of you were at the table. I think
disguise.
yeah,
I had a fake beard.
Artemis, excuse me, Artemis, Nyx, and Penny were all disguised.
Right.
Combination of practical disguise effects and magical disguises.
Well,
But
I think Penny doesn't really care about looking like herself. I don't think that would particularly, I don't know.
Nyx is casting disguise self on herself.
okay.
I'm gonna say Artemis is gonna excuse himself from the room.
Okay.
He needs to protect that last name.
Okay. Great.
Fine.
I'm gonna go explore your house.
Oh my god.
Have fun.
Go to the
Training room.
Great. So yeah, you Joyce brings Brian into the room. He's looking a little nervous, but he nods. Hello. I assume this is part of what we talked about before about getting me a better opportunity by me helping.
These are some associates of mine who are going to be helping us with our plan in a couple days.
Okay.
And as promised, if you help us out, afterwards you'll get the rest of the talents that I owe you. Because I told him I would pay him 100 talents after he helped us.
Okay. I just want to stress that I don't feel comfortable doing much beyond maybe letting somebody in or something. But
That's fine. We're going to have one of our associates invisibly go in with you, and then get the code to the vault that the troll is in, and any other security codes we need. And that's all we need him for, right?
Brian, what is your schedule? What are you scheduled to work that day?
which day?
The 29th.
The 29th. I'm working B shift. I come in the afternoon and I stay until midnight. So I would be in charge of letting out the troll once the final non-secure employees leave for the day. Me or some of my coworkers.
Could you not let the troll out?
If I don't, one of the others will. It's not specifically, it may or may not be me specifically on troll duty. It's usually multiple of us are on troll duty. And especially since the chief has increased security, there's a dozen of us in the building, aside from the chief.
So the night of the 29th, you think there'll be 12 officers and the chief?
12 officers, the chief, and the troll.
And what way do you come into work? Is there a specific entrance you go into to clock in for your shift?
Usually the back. Usually come in from the back because I come in, but the building is still open.
Right.
And so we're going to interfere with regular comings and goings. I mean, the 29th, there's not going to be that many employees in the building that day. Most people who work in the building have the 29th and 30th off. But there will be a few.
What time do you usually get to work?
That day, I will be arriving at like 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yep, and working until midnight, 10-hour shift.
Could you meet one of our associates who would be invisible 15 minutes prior outside of the building?
Yeah, how will I know they're there if they're invisible?
I will disguise myself and I'll just seem like I'm walking by but I'll actually have my associate with me. And as I walk by, you can just assume that my associate will be sort of shadowing you once you get into the building.
Okay.
I'm imagining Brian getting to the back exit and opening the door from himself and then being like, for like a minute and then being like,
Yeah.
maybe you guys should meet a little bit farther down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what route do you take? Like maybe along Brian's route to work.
Is there like a coffee shop right by the building?
There's not a coffee shop
Newspaper stand?
on that like block, but there is. Yeah, I would say you could find like a small like newspaper stand or something a couple blocks down.
Does it sell the Waterdeep Times?
It sells the Waterdeep Times and the Waterdeep Times chief competitor, the Waterdeep Post.
We have a competitor?
Yeah,
Of course we
you
do.
don't have a
They're
monopoly.
the Waterdeep Post. Do they pay better?
Do they pay better? Make an investigation check.
I think he's about to get a second job. Nat 20.
Nat 20. They pay worse than the Waterdeep Times. They are also extremely pro Purity Coalition, extremely pro big business, that sort of thing. And also, you would know probably newspaper stands would sell like other like major national newspapers, particularly like the Baldur's Gate Herald.
Do they sell the USA Today?
No, they sell Silvery Moon today. So
why don't you go to the newspaper stand a little bit down the street? You know, you can browse there, and I'll meet you there.
How will he know who you are in your disguised self?
Code word.
You're
Have
like,
a
hi, Brian, it's me in disguise.
You could say, hey, did you see that cute new restaurant review piece by that up-and-coming Waterdeep Times? I didn't say that actually in game. I didn't say that.
If you see someone come up to you with, I don't think I have red hair. With red hair, who says good morning, it's me.
okay.
at 1:45 also.
At 1:45.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you need from me?
Are there any rooms that pretty much never get checked that if someone needed to hide inside the building, they probably could pretty easily in case Artemis needs to send a message or something without being noticed?
I mean,
didn't
it
say
depends.
Artemis's name, but
Yeah, it depends on how long
Thank
they
you.
need to hide for. If they want to dip into one of the bathrooms, if they need to dip into one of the bathrooms real quick, obviously that's not something that is regularly like patrolled. Otherwise, if it's something long term, like sitting for a few hours, we do a security check of the building when the building closes for the day, just to make sure everything is, everybody is out of the building before we release the troll. But if your friend can turn invisible, they could just turn invisible around that time, or possibly down in the basement, in one of the mechanical rooms down there, or the general storage room in the basement, or something like that. There's lots of nooks and crannies in there, and people aren't usually in those spaces. So when we do the lockup patrol in the evening, it would be sort of a cursory glance. If somebody needs to hide there for a long period of time, this might be your best options.
Was there a... I know there was another vault room. Do we need the codes to get into that room as well?
I wouldn't have access to those codes.
Where would we find the codes?
Althea's office, probably.
And would that have security keys as well, or is there another location we could get keys?
Althea, I mean, we all have keys, but Althea has keys to things that the rest of us don't.
And the
How
vault,
late is
is it?
Althea there?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
How late is Althea usually there?
She stays overnight. Every night.
Does she sleep?
She is an elf. So
She only needs 4.
Yes, queen.
she, to my knowledge, doesn't ever actually sleep. Kind of weird. I don't really understand how that works, but
So she's always
An
there.
elf thing.
no, I mean, she leaves, she goes home usually like, I don't know, like 7 a.m., leaves for a few hours, comes back in the, early afternoon. And she has a couple days off, a week, but since the break-in, she's been there
Okay.
pretty much constantly.
The vault on the 3rd floor, is it a combination lock or is it like a key lock or is it what kind of?
It's, I believe, a combination lock. Althea would probably have the codes. Ovina might have the codes. Head of finance might have the codes.
Would I know within my thieves tools, is there a stethoscope?
A what?
A stethoscope.
Sure. I would say you might have that in your thieves tools.
Cool.
Yeah. More modern locks would require updates to a thieves tools kit. So yeah, you might
Yeah.
have something that you could use to listen to tumblers.
Cool.
Are security cameras a thing? No, right?
No. not yet.
Security cameras are not a thing.
Okay. Ooh, you get away with anything.
But that being said,
Go murder some people.
Friggin' scrying
make an
spells
Arcana
exist.
check for me.
What?
Make an Arcana check for me.
13.
You know that there is some surveillance magic that exists, but you don't know many details beyond that. But you know there are spells that allow people to
And traps.
keep an eye on things and traps and all sorts of stuff. So
Do you have any advice for handling the troll?
fire,
Okay. That's all. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, so we throw the fire at him, we dangle the fire, do a fire
He's-
dance.
So I mean, the troll is tough. The troll has an aversion to fire. My understanding is all trolls have an aversion to fire. He can heal just about any injuries he gets. I don't know that much about troll biology though, so I know he's good at healing. He's a real big guy and he doesn't like fire, and I guess that's a normal thing for trolls to not like fire.
Does he have a name?
No.
7 o'clock. I know Althea will still be there. Will there be many other guards there as well?
7 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, there's a dozen of us on at all times right now. So
So we would need, sorry, this is Matt player jumping in. So we would need either a way to split the guards, deal with half, or distract half away. Otherwise, we're going to get goofed. Right?
Possibly.
Probably.
um,
Either a way to like split them in half and
so
take out half at a time.
so Brian does volunteer. Over the course of the night, guards will typically go out into the building on patrol in small groups. Not all 12 are constantly on the floor at all times.
Is there a
Does she
particular
not-
route?
There's no particular, it's just we're just supposed to check, basically make sure that all the doors that are supposed to be locked are still locked, patrol the hallways, that sort of thing.
But once you
Nothing-
hit one area, you're probably not going back to that area until the next set goes through.
Right, yeah. So each
Okay.
patrol that goes out, they'll, do a full sweep of the building, then they'll go back to the office or the break room, depending on what other duties they have.
Do you know? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Today's the 27th.
Yeah.
Do you have the list of guards that'll be there the 29th on the same shift as you?
No, Althea has not ruled out the possibility of someone on the inside helping. So she is not telling anybody who else is on each given shift.
It's just
Do you
crazy.
think you could find out tomorrow, just speaking with the guards on your shift, if they're going to be working? If you only get 2 or 3 names?
I can try.
Don't accidentally.
Do we
put
want to
anything
name the
like
people that
that.
we're all gonna kill? All the NPCs.
Just start etching it out.
I want to try
Brian
to talk
F,
them out
Brian
of going
N,
to work.
Brian L.
I want to try to talk them out of going to work.
Do you
We don't
say
wanna-
that in game, or is that just an out of game comment?
Out of game. Hear me out. We deliver brownies that aren't poisoned, but we'll give them
Have
food
drugs
poison.
in them.
We'll food poison them. And then Althea's like, I'm short staffed. And she's like, I don't get paid enough for this. And then she just walks out. And we can just walk right in and get what we need. It's a
You
soundproof
do.
plan.
I feel like you're projecting a lot.
I would do that. We love to see it. Are there any surveillance traps, things that we may want to know about if we're sneaking around?
Anything magical is beyond what I'm really knowledgeable about. I know Althea does have magic, and I know that she has, reinforced the defenses of the building using her magic, but I don't know much beyond that.
Okay.
And then obviously, our normal standard patrols of the building. So
Okay.
Kira,
don't
were
have
you
any.
asking about, were you saying that you wanted to let or try to talk people out of going to work like as Octavia, or just you?
Yes. And Octavia.
okay.
Um,
Brian says, I mean, I can try to find some names. I don't feel super comfortable doing that because that'll probably put me on Althea's radar. But I can try.
If people don't show up to work, is there like a
Yeah.
on-call list?
Yeah, Althea would probably, magically contact. It's actually kind of scary because when the ledger got stolen, she sent out like magical messages to several of us to come in during hours we would normally be working. And her voice you just hear it in your head. So it's a little creepy.
Yeah, it is really creepy when that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I stare
Okay,
at the
then-
people who can do it.
Then perhaps don't risk your job safety by trying to figure that out.
Thank you.
And thank you again for helping us. We understand that you're risking a lot and we appreciate it. And we will remind you that you're doing the right thing. Good will come out of this.
I'm gonna slide him 10 10.
Thank you. All right. I will see you on the 27th. Then
29.
29.
Today's the 27th. I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. Have a good evening. And he leaves. So Artemis, you just spent some time wandering around the house. Were you doing anything in particular, or were you just wandering around until?
No, I'm just looking around, going into a couple rooms,
Sure.
rummaging, but nothing too invasive other than rummaging in people's rooms, you know.
Okay.
Nothing crazy though.
Okay. You hear the front door open and close again, so you assume Brian is left, so you make your way back to the war room.
Is he gone?
Yep.
Excellent. And I learn all the information?
Yeah. So
Excellent.
you're told everything that happened.
Fantastic. All right. So it sounds like I can get in with him at 1:45. 1:45. Go in, newspaper, get in, find the codes. Then from there, we need to pick exactly the time that we want to do everything, right? Because if I'm getting in at 2, that means I have to stick around until we do things. And there are civilians. Unless we openly release a troll in the middle of a day and put some civilians at risk, we're fighting everyone at their full force while they're on watch at night. Right?
Oh, sounds
And
great.
if that's just the reality, then that's the one we deal with. I think we can do it. All right, so let me throw this out here. I get in, I lay low. If possible, Bowman, if you could cast invisibility on me, because I can't do much else if I use it up once.
Can I cast?
You can cast invisibility. You should be able to cast invisibility on somebody else.
Yeah, I think it's either you or someone you touch.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Great. And that'll give me, if something bad happens between then and whenever, a little more wiggle room. All right.
Well,
so let's say...
That would also mean it's my concentration, not Artemis's concentration.
Correct. Well, if I cast a spell, it still breaks.
Yeah.
If I cast a spell or attack, I wish. Damn, that would have been good.
That would be endgame strategy.
Yeah. We just need to learn 4th level spells. Yeah. we need 4th level spells. All right. So, I wait around until we're all ready. I can figure that out. Nick, Bowman, you and the 3 of us got in fairly simply through the back. We kind of know where to go from there.
Yep.
What if when the time's right, I get us all in and we all just go together? Because frankly, I think we're a little better together. I mean, Hathaway proved that. The guy in the alley proved that. I'm not going to fuck up as much, probably, if there's Bowman to beat my brains out. So,
Artemis, I would just like to say that you have not once, in my eyes, messed anything up royally.
they have a moment. Right. So, we get in, we find these guard patrols he was talking about. We deal with them, one by one, quickly, efficiently. Nix, you can take care of someone fast, right? If you're hiding.
Yeah.
We pick a spot to just stuff them while they're knocked out. Knocked out, I think, should be key. We're not going around killing folks. They're not the ones.
I mean, they're not working for
They're not great
company.
But if I've picked up anything over the last couple of days and with you all, is that sometimes you have to do things simply because you need some money.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean that that's who you are. So, when possible, let's just knock folks out as a general rule. As a general rule to the DM, Artemis is doing non-lethal
All
damage.
non-lethal
Noted. As a reminder, if you
magic.
use magic, it will be auto-lethal. So
maybe we use magic on the troll and
And
the chief of
or
security.
I mean we can also do death saves. So if you do knock somebody out with a like you could if you're knocking somebody out with melee damage, rules is written. If you're knocking somebody out with melee damage, you can say intentionally non-lethal and just knock them out. They'll just be stabilized. If you bring somebody to 0 hit points with any other form of damage, I could just start rolling death saves for them, and then you could try to stabilize them, and then just leave them knocked out.
Mhm.
That sounds like a lot of work for the DM, but I like it.
Although I think the chief, I agree, all bets off.
Yeah.
She can die. I wouldn't be that sad about it.
We can. Great. All right.
The
So
least
they're going
amount
to be
of
on. Go for it. Sorry.
No, he said least amount of couch at least. So
So they're going to be in these patrols. If it's 12, I mean, there's 5 of us. If we're all together, we can take
There's 6.
whatever small patrols that they're going to do, right? There's 6 of us. Still drunk.
Count
There's 6 of
yourself.
us, right?
I know
So we
I'm
find a place
short,
to stuff them. Right.
Bathrooms.
So we find a place to stuff them. Nix, you have the keys, right? So we find a
Yep.
room that we can lock.
Janitor closet.
Janitor
Yeah.
closet, stuff them all in there. When they wake up, they're going to be very cramped and very uncomfortable, but we'll deal with that later.
Or not.
Step by step, we get rid of some folks, or we just leave them. We waltz in, we do our thing, and we all stick together so that we can handle whatever comes at us. And then we figure it out, right? We
Right,
get out.
we do
the
have
out
to get-
is the choice.
We do have to get a lot of things very quickly.
Right. So, one by one, we're going to take out any patrols that we come across on our way. So we'll decide what target's going to be first, what's going to be second. We'll try to pick the most efficient route to get through. Obviously, it's all going to fall apart, but we're going to try.
We don't need anything on the first floor, right? Like if we can sneak past the troll.
Yep.
Isn't that where the security office is?
Oh, yes, it is.
I have if we find that we need keys, one, I can pick locks. And I have other keys. And while I'm trying those things, somebody could go, or well,
Yeah.
if I need to sneak down and grab them, I can, but it, like,
Perhaps
I'm
that's
across that bridge.
perhaps that's something you can do while you're invisible before you let us in, Artie.
I just wouldn't want him to steal keys that somebody notices are missing before we get in the building. Because then they'll be like, where are these keys?
Yeah.
Mm.
Once we start taking guards down, we're going to have a very small window that we need to get things done.
And we can also take keys from them.
But they're not
That's
going to
true.
have the keys to the main safe or the codes for those.
No, but
Yeah,
if
they
we
won't
get
have-
next to them and just defend her enough, should things happen,
Yeah.
you can do it, right?
Hopefully.
With enough time. You can do it, don't worry.
Thanks.
We'll get that done. Chief comes in, whatever, Bowman and I can talk. We'll distract. When it comes to blows, we all go to blows. And at the end of this, when inevitably everyone knows our faces and that we did this,
Well,
we should
We
wear
wear
a
masks.
mask.
Yeah, we're wearing masks.
I bought masks for you all. But I at least
That
bought a
makes
mask
sense.
for Artemis.
yeah, that's probably, yes.
Yes, I believe, Janara, you bought masks and cloaks for everybody, and some much plainer clothes for Artemis.
Yep.
Artemis was
That's
right
very
just
kind of
about
you.
like, you know what, we're gonna lay it all on the line. My career over.
Ride or
The
die.
rest of
Everything's
us are
done.
like, no.
Oh, great. Puts on cloak. So, we want to hit the sales records. We want the vaults from the finance.
Are both of those on the third floor? It looks like all we need is the third floor.
Sales records is on the second.
Oh, that's the side. That's our sales.
Second floor.
And the sales records we need to cross-reference with the ledger. To
Which we still
see-
have.
Yes.
Right.
See,
Do we still, or did we hand that over?
You never handed it over.
Okay.
Never.
We
met
should
up with
probably
you.
just write, just in case something happens, should we write down the records that we need and then hand off the ledger to Freedom before we go, just in case something happens?
maybe.
Maybe.
So that at least someone has the ledger should we all get killed by a troll.
Yeah.
Sure.
Octavia, can you take pictures in low light?
Yes.
How loud is your camera?
Well, if it's low light, there's going to be a
A flash.
flash.
What if we have flashlights?
Some of you will need them to see in darker areas of the building.
Right.
Yes.
Because you could take pictures of the records, and then we don't have to worry about like we'll have proof, right?
It'll take a day to get them back.
Well,
but
yeah.
Yes.
Let's.
Right.
Do you have enough film?
I
for
would.
that?
Well, I'd probably also have to be very careful about who gets those developed or develop them
Fair.
myself, since
True.
we wouldn't want others seeing this information.
True. I just
Would I be
figure.
able to develop pictures by myself?
Probably. You've been doing photography for quite a while.
There's probably a place in the Waterdeep Times that you can.
Yes.
develop.
The Waterdeep Times does have a development lab because they don't want to outsource that to anybody else because then somebody could steal a scoop.
Or would I have a private development studio in my house with my dad? Maybe.
I'll allow it.
Thanks, Zuzu.
Welcome.
was cocked. Evens or odds?
Odds.
You do not, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Not in the house. But you have easy access to the one in the Waterdeep Times, and nobody would question it if you said, I just need to privately develop some pictures.
Right, and if I
Good.
do it on the 30th, then
If you do it on the 30th, hardly anybody's going to be in the building anyway. Yeah.
So we have a couple options on how we can get things out then. We can take the actual thing if it comes to it, but camera, we can get you there.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, goal 1 is second floor, the sales records. Get Nick's there to open some things, get there to take some pictures. Then after that, it's to the vaults on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. Because I figure we're just looking for proof of illegal activity that Freedom can take to her,
Right.
whatever lawyer.
Right.
person.
Right.
And the ledger and the
Magistrate.
records essentially
Yes.
will do that.
That, yes, because of the change not adding up. And then if we have time or we don't feel like we're in a lot of trouble, then we can go up to the 3rd floor and see
Right.
if there's secret stuff in the secret vault.
Let's say we're in the 2nd floor, something's gone wrong, the troll comes in.
Can it get
How-
upstairs?
Well,
No.
I don't think
Who
it's
knows?
No way.
we can get out windows. Do we have anyone know where we can go to get fire, to get something that has fire?
I have a tinderbox.
We have the tinderbox. Anyone that knows anyone with weapons that might have fire or something?
I can use my torch as a weapon.
Yeah. I don't. Have flamethrowers been invented yet?
No, probably not. Not in a world where a very low level spell is firebolt.
Pick up some hot coals and just toss them.
Yeah.
That's a flamethrower right there.
If we have just some like old cloth that I can wrap around like a dagger or my poker or something, then I can use that to scare the troll away, or somebody else who is closer to the troll can do that.
Right. All right. We have a couple
what-
days. Bowman, how about you and I swing by, what's his face, little goblin boy? And we can see if we might find something.
Yeah, he might have something.
What
Oh,
way is
That said, Freedom mentioned a person named Snacks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you guys need anything, just feel free to go down him. They can sell you some enchanted weapons of some sort.
Does he have good deals?
No,
But he might have
How-
fire.
Will he know?
I have fire.
Is there like some way to? Is he like? Since this is illegal magic, I'm assuming.
You can just come with us.
How will he
recognize us.
know that we are friends?
Say something along of love, freedom, people in Waterdeep, something like that. Tina, what was the actual
We're
phrase?
never getting it.
I'm a big fan of freedom for the people of Waterdeep, or something along those lines. Yeah. As long as you're pretty close, he's probably going to be fine.
I was under the impression that Freedom said that we had to prove ourselves to Snack in order to get access to that. Did Freedom talk to you separately and say that he changed his mind?
Nope. He has up there before and just talk and see. He, very nice. Everything's settled with that.
Did you do something on your own?
Not on my own.
Okay.
So
Well,
Bowman
as long as
decided.
we didn't have to take part in it and you took care of it already, then it's fine.
I just want to quickly point out that when Bowman is sketchy about things, no one cares and everyone lets it go. But when Penny has secrets, everyone wants to know, and it's becoming a big deal.
I mean, just look at me.
What wing? What wing is the vault in? Is it finance? What is it? The executive suite that the vault's in?
The
Finance.
third floor vault, yeah.
The third floor vault is in it's the safes off of finance.
Okay.
I would assume you all have the floor plan out in front of you
Yeah.
as you're planning all of this. Whoever would like to may make an investigation check as you're examining it.
17.
17?
I am rolling
It's
like
open?
shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
open. The
okay.
plans are are on the table in front of all of you. So
Can I use my passive investigation?
what's your passive investigation?
16.
Okay.
I got a
So
one.
far, Penny has the highest.
17.
That's the same
I
as
have-
Penny. Yep.
I
Yeah.
got 19.
19. Okay. So Janara, then, you have the highest. You're looking at these floor plans, and something strikes you as odd. On the third floor, there's about between like the exterior wall of the building and the edge of all the other rooms, there's a 10-foot gap with nothing that runs the entire length of the third floor, starting up at the CEO's office and ending down next to the safes.
So there might be a secret. Oh, I don't notice.
Is Brian's still there, right?
Brian's left.
Oh, Brian's left. Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
And Janara, I assume you pointed out to everybody, but
Yeah.
so
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Right next to the CEO's office.
We think it might be
Secret passage.
elevator.
No, because the second floor is filled in.
Hmm.
Like the sales records, there's a window there. There's no fake wall.
We've got an escape hatch, a secret passage, or just a way to get to the vault.
Yeah.
also
Do we think it?
Well, I wanted to go into Ovina's office again if we can. There's
I
something
was
I'm
just gonna
wanting
say
to do.
we should stay clear of Ovina's office because there is no way in hell that thing is not trapped.
I'll send Lexa.
Now that this has been pointed out to all of you, Octavia and Penny, the two of you having actually been in Ovina's office, where that gap like the wall that gap is behind the bookshelf.
I bet
It's the
it's
wall
got to
behind
do
the bookshelf.
with the armor.
There's got to be some combination that you can move the books in
Yeah,
to do
one.
that classic Scooby-Doo shit.
So that is something that you all have now noticed.
It might be a little easier if we can figure that out. Why would Ovina make it more difficult once you were already in that passage to get to the vault? There's probably not another level of security.
Right.
So if we can get through that. All right, step 1, records. Step 2,
Ovina's office.
Oh my god.
office. That's a big gamble, but
Maybe she's keeping a human in there.
was there a way to get into Ovina's office from the fire escape?
Yes.
Maybe we don't go through the main building.
It was locked from the inside.
Yeah. But
Sure.
if Artemis,
We have someone on the inside.
But if we can
What if you let us
get
in?
someone to open it from the inside,
Yeah.
the others can less sneakily go up the fire escape. So that there's more chance of not being seen.
Could we? There was a way to get to the roof from the other building.
Jumping.
Oh, you had to jump.
Well, I can.
That's you.
I can protect a few people from jumping, but it will use a few of my spells.
That's a good escape route, right?
No, it's a reaction.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
If we need
What is
to get out quickly,
is
I can do that as well.
the
Okay.
third
Okay.
floor of
Yeah.
the Bloodkith textile building higher or lower than the buildings around it?
It is higher than the one on if you're facing the building. Bloodkith is taller than the building on the left, shorter than the building on the right. Building on the left is connected to lumber companies, and the building on the right is just mixed offices.
All right. So this fire escape actually makes things easy. We get in
We go.
through from the bottom, as we established. Then all of us get to whatever floor that we can get to the fire escape. That can be our access, because going through the main building, there's much more chances of us being seen by any of these guard patrols or somebody or the troll down below.
Was there a fire escape to the sales record or the second floor?
The fire escape on the second floor lets in the back part of the second floor near the shipping offices.
With the guards going around, though, making their rounds, if we haven't taken out all of the guards, we probably don't want to all get outside on the fire escape because they could have just locked all the doors that we might have opened so that we can't
Good
get
call.
in.
Good call. If it comes to that, yeah.
That all being said, where are we all being let in and what time?
I guess we need to decide what time things happen. Yeah.
What time does the
7.
majority of the staff leave? Did we get that information from Brian?
Probably 5. Somewhere around then. I think that if we start anytime from 7 on, the staff is left for the day.
Wait for nightfall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover of
Oh,
darkness?
7 a.m. she leaves. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that bitch is crazy. She needs a family or a hobby or something because she is too much.
So many of the answers are inside her office, where certainly she will be.
Yeah.
I'm so getting to the point that we just get in and we improvise from there.
Yep.
We have our targets. We figure it out. There's
Well,
gonna
we
be
have
there's
a
gonna be fighting, and it's gonna be fun.
We have a plan.
Right,
Yeah.
let's go.
It's not going to work, but we do have a
Bowman
plan.
goes now, walks in the front door.
It's the 29th.
Great.
All right then. So we can swing by Snacky Poo, see if we want to get anything that might make things nice, and then other than that, it is 1:45 on the 29th.
All right, and the
Everyone else
time-
can be nearby at, what is it, 6, 7?
6:30.
What's the end of business, Ben?
I'm going to
Uh,
stay within range because you're staying in the building this whole time, right?
Yeah.
I'll just try to hide myself outside the building, seem and then if there's an emergency though, you can tell me and I can relay it to the others.
Great.
And where is Artemis letting us in?
Let's do that the back loading dock again.
Okay.
Is this the same one that all the security officers come in?
Yes.
So if they're coming in from breaks
Oh,
or if they're
God.
coming in for their shift, they may all be there. And if people are leaving at this time, they will be coming out that way.
Yes.
So we are sure after that information that I've just reminded us of, we are still doing the backloading dock.
I mean, do we?
We don't want to
have
do the second
another-
floor or something.
The other
Hey,
option is fire
Can you guys
escape.
get up the fire escape? Because it's probably pulled up at the bottom, right?
That's true.
I don't think we have another.
And if the back loading dock
Robin's got
or it's
jumps.
on the back of the building, then we still risk people seeing us try to get up
Yeah.
the fire escape.
Yeah, I will just make sure there aren't people around.
Yeah.
I'll wait until it can happen.
Or do we jump over from the taller roof and then
Yeah,
climb
on the
down
second
the fire escape?
Could do that.
That could be nice. You could start on the 3rd floor then. You could
Mhm.
start with
Right.
Ovina before alarms have gone off.
Mm. Well, I mean, yeah, theoretically,
we
if
don't
we
have
all
the
get
code for
killed in
the
Ovina's
safety.
office, we're not going to get the information to them anyway. So,
Right.
if we go down to the second floor and get the sales record stuff, and then we get murdered and blown to bits in Ovina's office, we can't even get the sales record information to anyone. So I guess, yeah, fine, we can start wherever.
I like jumping onto the building. That's so stupid. I love it. Okay, so I'll get the codes so that okay, here's the crazy thing. Do we need the codes?
We don't.
No.
If
We don't need the codes. Let's just tell Brian there's someone with him and let him go.
I mean, it'd be nice
Honestly-
to
We
have the
need-
safe, but
We need
But we
somebody
need someone
to
inside.
let him in, to let
So
us
we need someone
in.
inside,
Yeah.
just in case. Okay, so we'll do that.
If you're jumping over from the roof, there will be a different location that Artemis needs to meet you at in order to let you
Mhm.
inside. So
how are we going to get on that other building?
That's more people. That's way more people to get past.
What do you mean?
Oh, because
for
Artemis
me.
has to go
Right.
I
by
have to get
himself.
up.
Mm.
Spell slots are how will keep you guys alive if things go bad.
Right. What? Okay, can we send Brian?
We're so close. We're so close.
Can we send Brian a message to just take a break at like 6 and then let Artemis in when he takes a break? And like that's how we get Artemis in, and then he doesn't have to wait around for hours and hours.
Yeah.
I'm only nervous about Althea assigning them breaks and being very strict about when they can take breaks because she's
gosh,
already on
yeah.
high alert.
Well,
If you can message, he can respond.
yes.
Yeah.
So you
We can
could
do that.
message him at like 3 and be like, "Hey, when's your break?"
And like Janara could also, she was going to meet him at the beginning before his
He-
shift anyway.
He could not be working that day. Like he could be not working in the evening, right?
You said
Because we
that
don't
he
know his
was.
shifts. Oh, he is.
No,
he is.
we know
Right,
Yeah,
right,
he's
right, we know
working.
that. We know that. We know that.
We don't know
Okay.
anybody else's.
What if
No,
he calls in sick?
Because he's too anxious. He
We'll
gives
get the
himself a
money from
stomach ache.
I have mad respect to him if he does that.
I would. Are you kidding? Oh my god.
All right, Janara.
Okay.
When you meet him, say you'll get a message asking when your break is. We'll do it that way because I don't want Artemis to risk getting caught anywhere in that building, whether it's on the first floor, the second floor, or the third floor, wherever he's
He
letting us
doesn't
in.
know when his break is though, and we're not bringing Artemis at the beginning.
Right, but we can say you'll get a message, respond with your break, something like that. Like respond with your break time. And then because responding to those things, you don't actually have to open your mouth. He can just think it. And then when he takes his break, we can maybe send another message beforehand just to double check.
Okay.
Because you will be using the message cantrip in order to send that message. You do have to be
Right.
near.
We can be close
we gotta
by.
be close to him.
Yeah.
It can't.
Planning on making
That
it
can't
anyways.
technically pass through, which might screw up our other plans. But message can't pass through solid wood of more than, or like there has to be
There's a width.
half. Yeah. Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
But it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so we could do it as many times as we need to.
It seems really stupid to have me in there for so long, but I feel somehow that it's safer.
Okay.
Well, I feel
If I
like
kn-
they will be on less high alert when people
I'll be on less
staff are in
high
the building.
alert if I will know the code if
Right.
I absolutely have to get a distraction,
Right.
and then we can get people to safety and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, can you maybe grab a janitor key from Nick so that you can just like
Hide
hide
in
in
the
the
closet.
closet?
I like
Yeah.
that. That would be great.
Because I mean, janitors are going to go in there and that's about it. Security guards might open it to check and then close it and lock it, but not going to be
Yeah,
high traffic.
if I hear somebody opening the door, I can go invisible.
Right.
Okay, so I'll go in
Okay.
with Brian and such. Get the code. Lay low until go time. Janara will be nearby, so I can send something to her if crap hits a fan.
Yep.
Then I let us in.
On the roof or on the first floor or the
I think
second.
first floor is easiest. The roof is locked, and I'm not the
Right.
lock picker.
Right.
If I could get you in, but I can't. Do
Fire escape.
that. Fire escape.
Fire escape, we also risk people looking out their windows and being like, why are there people on the fire escape?
We
I
also have to
think-
get up on the other building if we
Right.
do. And we don't
Yeah.
know what that's a whole other thing.
Right.
Let's
we haven't
do-
tasted that.
Honestly, just the back door just seems most
Yeah.
easiest.
And then we're all together, which is
Yeah.
how we're strongest. Okay.
It's
So-
when we're our strongest.
Because the
That's
power of
alligator.
friendship.
Yeah.
Then we hit Ovina's office first.
Well, if we're coming
However-
from the
however
first
is best.
floor,
Second. Could we send a message to Freedom
Yes.
in like
Yeah.
last ditch effort if we find something and we think that, you know,
You have
Or
this.
we have the sending.
You have
stone.
the sending stone.
Yeah. I
we
have
can
it
also
on-
send Lexa out with something
Right.
if we find something.
Right.
Okay.
In case we're all going to die.
Right.
Which we
We're not all going
No.
to
Oh, it's gonna be easy.
everyone hug your loved ones tighter. On the
Yep.
28th.
I hug bump. Just kidding.
Aw.
Great. Then we do our thing, and that's it.
Great.
Nice working with y'all.
Now let's do it.
Okay.
Right to snacks.
Yeah, so you finish planning for the evening, you snack, drink, all that stuff, all go home for the night. Final call for anything else anybody wants to do before the heist.
I'm just letting Brotor know that we don't need a protest.
Okay. Great. You do that.
Before Bowman leaves the room, he goes to Nick's. Hey, hey Nix, could I get 200 talents from what I gave you from the other day?
Yes.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Sure. Are we still trying to get this to the intended target?
I think that ship has sailed.
So I could just pocket this.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Didn't come with.
Could you maybe spare some to fix your front steps? That seems like a tripping hazard, and I don't want to have you to be disposed of. Because
I mean, it's really easy to get up those steps
yeah,
if
but
you know what to do.
it's winter, it's slippery.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Artemis and Bowman going to snacks.
I'll also go.
Great, yeah.
I
We'll
don't
keep an
think I'm
eye out
gonna
for
buy
other
it
things for
anyways,
other
but-
people too.
If
To
they
the
got any
goblin.
spell scrolls.
Okay. So yeah, the three of you go to visit Snack. Deal is still on the table for those items. Snack says, welcome, welcome. So you got another friend here. Bring me the talents for those items.
As we agreed upon, yes. 200, you said, right?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, thank you. Hands it
All
over.
right. Okay. These are these weapons, and he has a +1 rapier and a +1 dagger. I don't know who's getting what. And I've also rolled for the extra magical effects.
Oh God, do
Okay.
we know?
Before we find that out, Bowman takes the items, turns around, hands Artemis the dagger, and the rapier goes to Nyx.
Ooh, it's a fancy long pokey stick.
Great. So they are +1 items. Nyx, the additional property on this +1 rapier. Snack explains. So I double checked the details of what I did on this. Occasionally I've got like weird magical mishaps happen when I'm working on these. Usually nothing too crazy. Just be aware that with this sword, while you are holding this weapon, while this weapon is on your person, I would advise you not touch any jewelry or gems.
Why?
They will crack and ruin the value.
Quick question, Snacks. Would that apply to anything made of metal by chance?
No,
Or
just gems.
just gems?
Just
Gotcha.
gems. So,
Okay.
if you're handling any gems, I would say just take it, toss it across the room, handle your gems, put them away, grab it again. Or just be okay with all your gems ending up with cracks in them.
Like, is
I
there a
love this.
certain certain area of ground?
It's while it's on your person. So as
Okay.
long as it's not on your person when you're handling gems or jewelry or that sort of thing, you should be fine.
So funny.
And then this one here.
Oh,
+1 dagger, and this one actually had a pretty not bad one. Sometimes there's good ones, sometimes there's bad ones. It's really just a sort of a
roll of the dice.
yeah. I suppose you could say that. But I have to
oh my God. Vicious mockery.
something.
1d4 psychic.
Go with for this options. So this dagger has when I was working on it, something weird happened, and now now it does have a little spell you can cast from it. So you using this dagger, you can cast the spell Rope Trick.
Oh, interesting.
And for the it's not super reliable. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. For the record, the way it works is you can cast Rope Trick after using the dagger. After you cast it, roll a d6. On a 6, you're good to use it again anytime. On a 1 to 5, you can't use rope trick again until you take a long rest.
Oh, okay. Okay. Does it use up a spell slot or it just?
Nope.
It's a cast. Ooh.
Yeah.
Can be used again until long rest. Thank you. Thank you, Sticks. Snacks.
You're welcome.
I have a DM question.
Okay.
Homebrew, 2-weapon fighting. Can I use 2 rapiers at the same time?
I mean, that's a real style.
Yeah.
Like IRL, that's a real
Right.
style. So yes,
Okay.
you can use 2 rapiers.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of parrying.
Yeah.
Post. I was
We all-
curious. Snacks. I was curious, Snacks. We all sit here like idiots.
Uh-huh.
And Eva thinks we're crazy.
Snacks, I was curious if you had anything that was a little more flammable, anything with some fire associated with it, or specifically any spells that you happen to have on your person, particularly fire spells, written down.
Let me check and see what I have. He climbs his ladder back up.
Can I inspire him? No, that's.
Climbs the ladder back up, comes down and says, evens or odds, actually?
Evens!
Evens. Okay. He comes back down and he says, the only thing I have is this. It's a spell scroll of burning hands.
How much would you be willing to part with that?
Not a super high level spell. We'll say 50 talents.
50.
Yes.
Snacks, that is a very reasonable price. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm happy to give that to you. I'll slip it to him. 50?
50. Spell scroll of
Great.
burning hands.
Burning hands. Octavia, just add that to your inventory. I'll give it to you.
Would I have time to put that into my spell book?
Yeah. Yeah. So use 50 talents worth of the materials that you bought to add it to your spellbook as first level spell. So now you can add it to your spellbook and prepare it so that you have the spell burning hands.
Awesome.
All right. And you're absolutely sure you don't have anything else? Any other weapons?
I do think that we just need a flame.
Evens
Yeah,
or
at
odds?
this point, I'm just saying, ooh, well, odds. I said evens last time, so.
Odds again? Okay. He goes and checks for more weapons.
This guy's cool.
And he comes back and says, do you have this gun?
A firearm.
It is
I put an arm out to catch Bowman.
it is a +1 pistol.
Oh. Might be a little
Wow.
loud in the literal sense. For
Actually, funny story
Ooh.
about that one.
Funny story.
The magical property that I accidentally got on this one is it doesn't make any noise.
Oh.
It's a +1 silence to pistol.
Wow.
How
Snack.
much?
That might very much be something that I am interested in.
That in extra enchantment was way better than I was expecting to get out of it. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
be honest, 200.
He's a goblin, right?
Yeah.
I'm good. No, that's patronizing. Okay. I was gonna get
Artemis
down
got
on
his-
his level to look him in the eye. Artemis is learning. Artemis is learning.
I was gonna say we have a gnome right here.
We were more than happy to help you with Mr. Hathaway.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
If there was anything else that we could do, we're not ones for murdering a whole bunch of people. It's nothing too crazy.
They
But
aren't. No, I have no problem with that.
All right, well, if you need that, call him. But if you're willing to knock just a little bit off that, and I recognize very impressive weapon that you've created, we'd be happy to perhaps lend you a small favor again later, should you need it. Something tells me this can be a very good relationship that we're starting here.
Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
Come on, baby. I'll crap and bag it.
I will say, because you did take care of Hathaway, and that was a good series of words, you can roll with advantage.
Thank you.
Is a good word choice.
Good word choice.
Hey, that's way better. That is math. 25.
25. All right. How about this? I sell it to you for 25. Good. I sell it to you for 125, and you owe me a favor.
That
Someday.
That is something I can get behind.
Okay.
When have favors ever been bad in this campaign? 125.
125.
Remove.
+1. It's a +1, and it is silenced.
And I'm still a rich boy. Incredible.
Must be nice.
It is. All right. Anything else we can think of while we're here? I don't have too much money left.
Oh, snack. Not yourself, but would you by chance know anywhere and where I can procure explosives and or a portable hole?
And I actually did have a portable hole in stock. I sold it like 10 days ago, unfortunately. Don't know where you can get one of those. I can try making a new one, maybe.
Would be appreciated.
Explosives. I mean, there's a few black market dealers in this part of town. If you need a letter of introduction, or if you have a friend who knows anybody who might be able to hook you up. I mostly deal in, my black market thing is magic, right? I don't do really black market mundane stuff, but there are people who could probably get their hands on black market explosives for you.
Oh, all right. Just, general direction, really.
Yeah. He gives you a location to go to. Actually, the same place you went to, Nick's, for your fortune.
All right.
Do you have any potions?
I have 2.
Do you have healing potions?
Yeah, they're potions of healing.
Cool. How much?
I think they're 50 apiece.
Okay. I'll take 2.
Okay. Y'all are really
We got
carrying
this.
me out.
We got this, guys.
Yes, Snacks, if you wouldn't mind maybe working on that portable hole.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit, but I can work.
I'll see you next 10 days, maybe.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Look forward to hearing from you. We'll seeing you again soon.
Yes. Take care.
You
Good luck with whatever Freedom has you doing.
We're gonna need it.
Duck hunting in the country.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what it is. Yes. Knowing Freedom, that's the sort of thing she likes.
Quack, quack. You know, huh?
Weird.
Bowman's gonna turn to Artemis. Did you seriously just try to lie to a goblin?
Yes.
you all depart. Great.
Quick, is there a pawn shop where I could sell a tiger's eye gem?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, how much do you think I could get for that?
Tiger's eye gem.
Exactly amount that you still need.
Funny. That's funny.
It'd be like several hundred.
Let me find my gemstone chart.
Sure, a classic.
Hey, yeah, you can get 10 talents for that
Hell
tiger's eye.
Okay. So last thing that I want to do before the whole thing goes down, Penny's going to what is the holiday that's coming up where there's a ball that we are bed to? Midwinter?
Midwinter.
Okay, so I'm gonna package 1,188 talents up in paper, little twine. I'm gonna write a note on it, says, Papa, please open on midwinter. And then I'm gonna write a little note because Penny is fully expecting to die during this mission. Like, no joke, she is fully expecting to die. And she's gonna write, Papa, Peter Jr., and Paul. I love all three of you very much. Happy midwinter. I worked really hard at the newspaper in parentheses and definitely didn't do anything else for this money in parentheses and saved up some money for the house. I know it's not even half of what we owe, but I hope it will be enough. And my last sentence will be, I think Mom really would have liked us to keep the house. Love you, Penny. And then the first sentence is going to be, if you're reading this, I am already gone. Package that up, put that on my bed, and I'll leave that there before I leave.
Okay. Great.
Fuck. Damn.
With
They find it, you didn't die.
Yeah.
It says open on
Come back.
midwinter. It says open on midwinter, so they won't open it until I'm definitely back.
Yeah, because that's never happened before.
Yeah. With that, you all, it is the 29th. You meet up with Brian. Artemis, you follow him secretly into the building. And that is where we'll pick up next time. Artemis following Brian into the building. And we'll see how the heist goes.
Flawlessly.
Yep.
Flawlessly.
I'm sure
Everyone rolls natural 20s.
the whole time.
Nothing goes wrong at all.
Nope.
That's
Not
right.
at all.
The troll is sick that day. He's not feeling up to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The chief has food poisoning.
At us.
Well, thank you for playing, everybody, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your favorite part of the episode. And see you all next week for the heist or part of the heist. We'll see. Have a good night, everybody.